So Sarah, you said that you are here because you were at a friend's house playing Super Mario Brothers on a weekday night. Did you know that there was alcohol in his house? This section can take a long time, so you may let the students take a break if they'd like. You want to make sure that everyone can stay focused on the subject at hand. The point is not to fit specific information into specific time frames. However, it's a time for the students to grow and learn. You may want to stick to the curriculum as much as possible, but make sure to be flexible if needs come up.
This section will again utilize case studies. Have the students break into groups of 2 or 3 depending on the number of students you're working with. Just like before, make sure there's nobody working alone. The students will have different case studies in different groups. Follow the same procedures as before, having them define the problem, various alternatives, and work together to come up with a decision that is in line with the values that have been discussed. These case studies focus on the behaviors of students and are not as general as the first case study.
After they have finished, have them present the situation to the larger group. Just as before, this is their time to present and your time to watch. Keep them on track, but let them facilitate this section. Be prepared to answer possible questions that may arise. Bring the students back together in the circle. One of the facilitators should act as a scribe during this part of the workshop. The other facilitator can ask the questions listed in the facilitator guide. This part is fairly simple. It is just a way to help them remember what they have learned and attempt to tie it all together. You will need to paraphrase what students are saying and deal with possible negativity that may arise. Just remember to stay calm and attempt to understand where students are coming from and guide them to a place of understanding as well.
So Katie, can you tell me some things that you've learned today about ethical decision making?
I don't know. I kind of don't know. I feel like I didn't learn anything that's gonna change how I make my decisions for me.
Okay. Were you maybe able to think a little more about decisions you'll make in the future? How the consequences may be a result of your actions?
Yeah, I guess I know like certain things I'm gonna do that would get me in trouble. I'd probably think about it maybe before I did it. I don't know if it was gonna change anything, but I would think, I guess, about the consequences.
As you wrap up your workshop, make sure you thank them for their time and participation in the meeting. You want to leave on a positive note and encourage their continued learning throughout the school year. Highlight some of the key components of the workshop and use your guide for examples if you can't think of any. It's important that they understand that this is a time for them to start taking responsibility for their own actions and that you have given them tools to do so. Alright, I just want to thank you guys for coming today and participating. I think it was a good workshop. Just want you to remember that changes don't happen overnight, and I hopefully gave you some tools that will help you make better decisions, at least discern your decisions in the future. Always remember that your RA is a resource for you, the Housing and Residence Life Office is a resource for you, and same with Student Life. Although change doesn't happen overnight, they will have learned some new things that will help them make decisions in the future. Make sure they know all the people at the university that they can come in contact with if they need help with ethical decisions in the future.
They must complete a personal values worksheet at the end of the workshop. Please pass out the worksheet. It is important that they take this part seriously. This worksheet will be put into their file in StarRes and will be examined by me to determine if necessary learning has taken place. If they violate policy again, this worksheet will likely be used in their conduct meeting as part of the discussion. Make sure they turn the copy into you in an addressed envelope. You will provide the envelope to them with the worksheet. The envelope must have their name and MSC box number on it. They will receive a copy of it after I have reviewed it. Make sure they do not seal the envelope, since I will need to retrieve the worksheet. There is one last form for them to complete. Have them fill out the Ethics Workshop feedback form. It is very short. Once they have completed this form and turned it in, they are free to go. You must return these forms to me, but it may be a good idea for you to read them as well, so that you can get some ideas on what you did well and how you can be more effective the next time.
Make sure you fill out your timesheet and place it in the ethics workshop case. You will also need to include the personal values worksheets and feedback forms. Take the case back to the housing office within 24 hours of the workshop. If the workshop was on the weekend, return it on Monday. Make sure you take some time to relax and reflect on the experience. It can be emotionally draining, so you need some time to reflect as well.
Thank you so much for your diligence in watching this training video and your commitment to helping students make ethical decisions. If you have any questions or concerns along the way, please don't hesitate to call, text, or email me. I look forward to working with you this year.